Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's session is about the remaining parts of writing process, which are writing and rewriting. Yesterday we learned that how we can make this blank page worthy one, how to determine to make it worthy. So for this purpose, in the previous lecture, we just uh, reached on a place where we have put a rough draft on this paper. Now we have put a rough draft and we have determined how the content will be provided. The next stage is writing. So when we are putting the draft here, that is not actually writing, that is you are just collecting the raw data. Now in the writing, the first thing is organization. Then whatever you have put here like the raw data, you have to organize it. There are different kind of organizations. First of all is spatial organization. Previously we discussed in letter writing there are three formats of letter: indented, modified and block. And what we were discussing in the live session usually, that was about the margins, about the spaces, all these things. So spatial organization of any document that you are producing is very important, and in organization this is the first thing, that where you need to put the spaces, where you need to put the margin, where you need to left the indented. So here earlier on whatever we have discussed, there are a different kind of norms or set standards for these different kind of documents or writings. So accordingly we need to put the space, as we know earlier on in modified block letter where we are putting the space, and in indented block letter where we are putting the space. So this is the first thing in writing, that you need to organize the space, that is called spatial organization. Second is chronology. Chronology mean, like you can see, history of events. History of events go on in a sequence. For example, if you are writing something narrative, so you have to tell what happened at 7 o'clock, or what happened on first instance, then on second instance, then on third instance, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then what happened on 7:15. So when you are going on this sequence, or what happened in morning, there is a chronological sequence. Chronology mean according to time wise there is a sequence. So if you are writing narratively or in any other writing, then you have to focus on the chronological organization, that you have organized it chronologically or not. It should not like that one event which has happened later on you are discussing it early. So accordingly you have to put the chronological organization. Then importance. Again moving back towards letter writing, what I told you about subject, that usually it is considered this is optional part, but why I am saying this is necessary part, because this is the most important thing which leads towards the bottom line of the thing, the bottom line of that particular letter. So according to importance you manage the thing. There is another thing when you are writing activized or passivized. If you are giving more importance to the object, then that is passivized. If you are giving more importance to the subject, then that is activized. And now you know your document better, so accordingly you can put the things, ideas according to importance. Sometimes when we are making the first draft, we write less important thing earlier on and more important things later on. Then when we are rewriting, we have to check it like these kind of things, and we will discuss these in rewriting as well. Then comparison and contrast. If you are writing an essay that is like comparison and contrast, then first of all, for example, you are talking about education and information. First of all, you have to make the comparison between education and information. First you talk about the agreed things, then you will go towards controversial, and then you will discuss the contrast. So why this is the sequence? Because first it will make a relation between these two things. If you are comparing and contrasting, this is you are talking about similarities. In comparison you can say similarities and dissimilarities, then it can lead properly towards the contrast and make a proper sense. Then as people have made different presentation about issue based topics And if you are writing on any issue, for example, if you are writing a letter, you are writing a report, first of all you have to discuss the problem, what is the real problem, and then you have to move about solution. It should not like that if you are discussing solution earlier and then you are talking about the problem. First you have to make up the mind of your reader or listener that this is the problem, this is the issue, then definitely they take heed of the solution as well. So this is organization that you need to put on after making a rough draft. So spatial organization, chronology and importance, comparison, contrast, and then this one. Then after writing, this very important thing, that is formatting. I'm again talking about those letters, different kind of letters. You are formatting them properly, then you need to keep few more things in your mind while you are formatting, because this is communication skills. And one is only one thumb rule is you need to facilitate your audience, not to confuse your audience. So to facilitate your audience, what kind of formatting you need to do for the ease of the reader, that reader can easily grasp the idea. Then how he can grasp the idea? If you highlight the key points, if you are highlighting the key points, then you are making it more easier for your reader that he can quickly find out the bottom line. Then another thing, you need to avoid monotonous text. Monotonous is again mono from one and tonos from tone, means similar tone. You should not write similar kind of sentence structure. This is a book, this is a table, this is this, this is this, this is this. Or you should not give the idea in a similar way that it should give a kind of monotonous impression. यानी उर्दू में जैसे हम कहते हैं यकसानियत सी का शिकार हो जाए बंदा, और बंदा कहे यार ये एक ही चीज को लिंगर ऑन करता जा रहा है और बढ़ाता जा रहा है और उसका इंटरेस्ट ना रहे, तो आपने इस तरह की यकसानियत जिसमें आ रही है, where there is a monotonous text, you need to avoid, you need to bring in diversity for the attraction of the reader. Even diversity in the formatting, it should not look like the wall of the words, it should like be split out in the chunks, easy for the reader, highlighted key points. So this is all about writing. Now you have gone through the second step. First you draft, then you have written it. Now you are finalizing your draft, and this step is the most important one. This is called rewriting. In rewriting you need to follow few steps. First of all, you need to add the missing details. Sometimes when we are writing a letter application quickly, after writing that application we find out, oh, this was the missing detail that I did not put over there, so that's why I must put it there. That is very important. And when you are rewriting, you need to put all the missing details which could lead to the effective communication, make it complete and understandable for your reader. Then delete the dead words and phrases for conciseness. Sometimes people are using obsolete words, as we are saying even in the Urdu language, they are trying to use too much difficult kind of words or difficult kind of vocabulary, and sometimes this is our dilemma, and we are trying to put too much difficult words. It happens in the exams and sometimes in IELTS etc. as well, that people don't know the real meaning or real context of the word, but they just know the meaning, Urdu meaning unhone kiya, and accordingly they use. So you need to avoid dead words, as we have discussed previously in conciseness, in law of aforementioned, these kind of words you need to avoid. You need to use the modern words. This is the modern style says. Then simplify complex words and phrases. We have discussed thoroughly in clarity. Who has not attended the lecture of clarity, he should go and watch the video about clarity, how we can simplify the complex words and phrases. All the details are over there. Then ensure that most important ideas are emphasized, highlight. And again I was talking earlier on about activize and passivize. Whatever the most important idea, you should put in a way that you are highlighting it. If you have gone through the headlines of any news, then they are not in the normal sentence style, they are highlighted one. So wherever you need to make a good punchline, you need to highlight the idea. Then if you're looking, your whole text is looking like the wall of the word, reformat it and make it reader friendly, that your reader can understand it easily. Enhance your tone and style. Many times I have told you, and again you can go towards consideration and other 7 C's lecture. which I have already put on the playlist, and the communication skills course, that how you can enhance your tone and style according to situation. So that is very important. Sometimes we only look for the grammatical thing which is at the end, which is very important. You look the grammatical structure, spellings, each and everything that should be correct. And this is the apparent thing. Apparently you have corrected the grammar, spellings and are each and everything right, but your tone and style is not correct according to the your writing. Then you are not going to get the trust of your reader, and your writing would not be effective. So tone and style, which is not usually informed, usually not discussed as important factor, that is very important. You need to tone the things properly according to situation, where you are doing upward communication or downward communication. So at least you have to go through all these points if you want to make your writing standard one. So this was all about the process of writing, pre-writing, writing and rewriting. And after rewriting, after going through 2-3 drafts, you are making a very worthy kind of page which can benefit you more than the trash one. So thank you very much. See you then. Allah Hafiz. Take care.